Hi and welcome. If you're new here, my name is Emmanuel, and this channel is all about CAD tutorials for students, designers who are interested in learning more about CAD software through online videos. And the very first thing I want to do here is give you a very detailed explanation about CAD software. So, and I'm really excited to share my ideas and knowledge with you guys. So please stay till the end of the video because I have so many detailed explanation for you guys. AutoCAD. So what is AutoCAD? AutoCAD is a computer aided drawing software and a powerful tool for creating accurate and detailed drawings and models, and it is essential for anyone working in the field of design and engineering, and it plays a major role in all manufacturing companies today. So AutoCAD can be used for modeling and the rest. So it can be used for creating houses, creating mechanical parts, so on and so forth. Right now, we are going to be discussing the interface of AutoCAD. So in the AutoCAD environment, we have the application menu. The application menu is where we find the options like new, open, and so on and so forth, save as, and the rest. And we also have the quick access toolbar. This is where we can easily save, redo, undo, so on and so forth. So the ribbon is where we find the home, insert, annotate, and then parametrics, so on and so forth. So the home, under the home we have lines, polylines, and circles, and so on and so forth. So one thing about AutoCAD is it works on commands. And what is command is in AutoCAD? A command is a specific action or task that the user can perform with the software, and the commands can be accessed through the command line, ribbon, toolbar, or even with keyboard shortcuts. And each command performs a specific function such as drawing a line, creating circles, modifying an object, or changing the display settings. So to use AutoCAD command, the user typically types his name or selects it from a menu or toolbar. The command line will then prompt the user for any additional required to execute the command. And learning the various commands in AutoCAD is very essential for every user of the software. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is limits. In AutoCAD, limits are used to set boundaries of the drawing area. By setting limits, the user can restrict the drawing area to a specific size or shape, just like in Nigeria, for those of us who are living abroad or anywhere in the world. So in Nigeria, we can get a land. It's either 100 by 100, it's 200 by 200. So you can't build a structure outside that measurement. If not, you're like encroaching into someone else's property. So it sets that boundary for the user just for work purpose. So the next thing is we're going to see the steps in setting limits. So in setting limits, you can just pause the video, then go through all these steps in your computer or system. So right now I will take you to my desktop. So setting limits. Oh, my command prompt is not here. Okay, so as you can see, my command prompt was not in my AutoCAD drawing area, so I had to press Ctrl N on the keyboard. So in case you're not seeing your command window or your command prompt, you can just easily go to your keyboard and hold the control and press 9. So without any further ado, let's continue. So setting limits, we go to our command window, then we type in limits, limits, then you hit the enter key. Already it's already showing us limits. So we come and we type 0,0 for the origin and we hit on enter. Then for me, I really specify we use 100 and above, although for most of my building drawings and structures I use about 20,000, 50,000 boundaries. So let's use 100 for the sake of this tutorial. So we go to our keyboard and type 100,100 and we hit the enter key, Z for zoom all, and A for automatic, just like that. So let's go back to our slide. So I want you guys to know this. So in every step I always hit the enter key so that you'll be able to activate all our command. So after limits, there's one other thing you need to know about AutoCAD, and which is very very important, and it's called the navigation. So the navigation is how you view your drawing, change position, or you move your object all about the drawing area. So, and most essentially we need a mouse so that you can be able to zoom in and out. So in zooming in and out in AutoCAD is either you use your scroll button, as you can see in the diagram here, where if you scroll the middle button in your mouse down, it's going to zoom out, and if you scroll your middle button up, it's going to zoom in, just like that. So you can use, so in terms of a scenario where you don't have a mouse, so please just listen. Let me see, let me go to my AutoCAD software. So in case you don't have a mouse, you can easily go to your command window and type zoom. So let's see, ZOOM, zoom. Then if you notice, this is the first part you need to know about zooming in case you don't have a mouse or anything. So for example, I have this little circle here and I want to zoom in. So what do? I just go to my command window, then ZOOM, zoom, I hit the enter key. So I can come here and I can select a small space. I will hold and select, then I click. As you can see, I already zoomed in the object. And another method is you come to the command window and you just type in 3D zoom, then you hit the enter key. So already you see that or you notice that our cursor changed to this magnifying glass. So we can come to our object and we left click, we just hold down the left click, then we can adjust with our mouse on the keyboard. So just like that. So you can take it to any direction you want, not any direction actually, you can just take it up to zoom out, then down to zoom out, then up to zoom in. So there is another way we can navigate through the AutoCAD software, and which is called panning. So panning in AutoCAD is the function that allows you to move the view of a drawing without changing the zoom level. That means you can move the object without altering the view, either it's too close or too near. anyhow you want to put it. So there are two ways we could use the panel in AutoCAD, and the first way is with the use of the middle button of your mouse. So let's go to our AutoCAD environment and escape. So there's a way we can move this object, and which is pan. So we just go to our mouse middle button and we hold it down until it turns to this hand right here, as you can see. So if we move the mouse around, the object goes along with it, just like that. So there's another way you can also pan in AutoCAD. So what we do is we come to our command prompt and we type in pan, pan, pan. As you can see, the hand appears. So what we do is we hold down the left click button on our mouse, then we can move the object to any direction we want. As simple as it is. And the next thing you would love to learn about AutoCAD is all the tools and their uses. And the first on our list that we're going to explain for you guys is the move tool or the move command. The move command in AutoCAD is a basic command used for moving entities or objects. The move command requires you to select an object or entity, specify a base point and a second point. The base point is the point from where the object will be moved without any other note or anything. Let's quickly go to our AutoCAD environment. So the move tool, let's say for example we have a straight line like this, and let's call the point A and point B. So we would love to move this circle from point A to point B. So what do? We just select the object and we type in move, or we come here and this is our move tool. We select move, and if you notice on our dynamic input it's going to say select objects, and this is the object we want to select. So we click on the object, then we hit enter. Then we take it from the midpoint because a circle doesn't have any other point apart from the midpoint. So we take it from here and from point A and we drop it at point B, just like that, as easy as it is. So we would love to talk about another command, which is the mirror command. And the mirror command in AutoCAD is used to create a mirror image of an object or entity. It is useful for copying an object to the other side of a line or plane. And the mirror command requires you to select an object or entity, specify a mirror line and second point. The mirror line is the line about which the object will be mirrored. So we need like a line that we're going to use as a plane, or slash an axis that we're going to mirror the object to the other side. So without doing much explanation, we just go to our workspace. So what do we do? So for example, we have these objects, or should I say drawing. It looks like a very precise. And then the mirror command, excuse me. So the mirror command, this is the line we want to mirror the object to the other side. And so what do? We select the object we want to mirror, that is this circle and this other line. Then we go to the mirror command. As you can see, this is our mirror command. Then we simply specify, as you can see in the dynamic input, it says specify first point of the mirror, and this is our first point. As you can see, we already have the second image going to place, and in the dynamic input you see specify second point of the mirror line, and this is our second point. As you can see, is perfectly aligned with the other object. So after doing the whole mirror thing, AutoCAD will tell us erase source object, yes or no, and obviously we need the other object, so we click on no. Then we can delete this one. And the next object we love to look. And the next object I would love to talk about is the rotate command. And the rotate command in AutoCAD is used to rotate object or entity around a specified point. It is used for creating angle designs or for rotating an object to a specific location. So coming back to our drawing, we can easily rotate all these drawing with the rotate command. So we click on rotate, then as you can see in our dynamic it is first specify base point, so we can like pick any point and we can rotate it to anywhere we want. Maybe something like this is fine, just like that. And so the next command we are going to talk about is one of my favorites, if not my favorite, and it's called the array command. And the array command in AutoCAD is used to create a repeated pattern of objects or entity. It is used for creating repetitive designs or for creating a series of objects at regular interval. And I want you guys to note there are three types of array, and as you can see in our diagram here, you have the rectangular array, the path array, and the polar array. So the first array we are going to be talking about is the rectangular array. So the rectangular array is used to create objects that are arranged in rows and columns. You can specify the number of rows and columns as well as the spacing between the objects in each direction. So without any further explanation, we simply go to our AutoCAD environment, then let's delete this. So for example, we want to arrange this circle in columns and rows, or rows and columns, anyone. So what do? We simply come to the array, then we select the rectangular array. So as you can see, automatically it's going to give us this option. So yeah, we have the rows and the column, and we can change the rows and column to any number that suits us. So let's say we need let's say 6 rows and 5 columns, and we want the spacing in between to be 20, as you can see. Then the spacing between the rows should be, let's say, 20 also, as you can see. Then what else? Yeah, then the total column distance, we can specify, okay, let's say the distance between all the columns should be 50. As you can see, they're like jam packed, and yes, okay, and that is for the columns. And for the rows, we can also make them 50. Enter. As you can see, so you can easily come here and say close array. As you can see, we've arranged this one circle into repetitive patterns like rows and columns. So the next array I'm going to be talking about is the polar array, and this is my favorite among all of them. And the polar array is used to create a circular pattern of objects around a center point, and you can specify the number of objects to be arrayed and the angle between each object. The polar array is very useful for creating circular features such as the spokes on a wheel or petals on a flower. You know, when designing all those wheels, all those what should I call it? All those spokes on the wheel are created with the polar array. The polar array. So without any other explanation, we go to our design workspace, and let's say, let me quickly create a design. Then just a second and we are done. Let's say, for example, we have this arrangement and we want to make use of this polar array. So what do? We select the object we want to array, then come to the array drop dialog box, then you select the polar array, and if you notice, our dynamic input says specify center point of the array. Then we come to the center point of the object we want to form that pattern around. So we come to the center and we click. So obviously it's going to give us this preview, and we can come here to these items and we can say, okay, AutoCAD gave us 6 arrangement or patterns of that same circle. So what do? We can change it to 10 if you want to, or any number. Let's try 100 with this small circle. Okay. Just like this, and so on and so forth. It really looks like a tire, obviously. So that is it for the polar array. And the next array, which is the last array, is the path array. And the path array is used to create a repetitive pattern of an object along a path, and the path could be a curve or a straight line. You can specify the number of objects in the array as well as the spacing between them along the path. So going to our design area, what do? Let's say we use a spline to create a simple path, just like this. So sorry about that. Then enter. Then let's say, for example, we have a circle and want to create a pattern along this path. So what do? We select the object and we go to our array drop box and select path array. So if you look at our selection cursor, it says select path curve. So this is our path. As you can see, AutoCAD specially give us this number that okay, for now it can accommodate 19 patterns. So okay, yeah. So this part can only accommodate 19 circles I mean. So that is the main use of the array. As you can see, the rectangular array for rows and columns, the circular array to create circular patterns, then the path array to create array along a path. So the next command I would love to talk about is the trim command. And the trim command in AutoCAD is a powerful editing tool that allows us to easily remove unwanted lines. The lines could be, let's say, arcs or other geometries that are intersecting or overlapping with other objects. As you can see in our diagram, we have before trimming and the after trimming. So going back to our design space, so let's use this path array example. So we come to where we have our trim command, or we could easily go to our keyboard and type in trim, then enter. So let's say we want to remove all the lines at the middle of the circle. We can easily come here. Once you see this X, you just take your mouse to where the line you want to trim is, and before clicking, AutoCAD will show you this X on top of that cursor, and it says that okay, this is the object you want to trim, and you left click to confirm, just like that. So you can do it with all the middle button, all the joints I mean, then just like that, so on and so forth. As you can see, this path array is already changing to another shape like a Kuban or a wristwatch. So that's it for the trim command. So another command I would still love to talk about is the extend command. And the extend command in AutoCAD is a useful tool for modifying lines and arcs and plane lengths by extending them to meet other objects in the drawing. As you can see in our diagram beside the right top, look at the selected part of the array, I mean the extend command, and look at after. As you can see, there was no line that was touching this circle, and in the after we have this other line that was extended. So going back to our format, so I'm going to be using another example, like let me just say, I'm really sorry about the background noise. So let's say we have another line intersecting with this line here. So just imagine we trimmed off this line here, and we want it back. So instead of us trying to draw that same line back, we just go to the extend command, and as you can see, before clicking, AutoCAD has told us that this is where the line is going to go. That was your former line. Then you can left click and we have our line back. So that is the use of the extend command. So another command I would love to talk about is the fillet command. And the fillet command is used to create a rounded corner between two lines, arcs or circles. It is particularly useful when you need to join two lines or objects at an angle without having a sharp corner. So use the fillet command, you first need to select the object or lines. The lines need to be two, because you are like joining two intersecting lines. So you need to first select the object or lines that you want to fillet, or you can then specify the radius of the fillet by either entering a value or selecting a point on the drawing as the radius. So as you can see, in our object by in our diagram by delay, right? You can see before fillet, after fillet. So going back to our drawing, let's say for example I want to use this our example. Then this is our fillet tool, so we can come and select the fillet. And what do? We go to our keyboard and we type in arrow for radius, then we hit enter. So we turn to enter. Okay, arrow, select the arrow. Then can I do that again for you guys? Go to fillet, then we type in arrow, enter. Then the dynamic bit is going to say specify the fillet radius. So what do we, let's say we need a radius of 3. Then we hit the enter key. Then simply we select the first object and select the second object. As you can see, we have a little rounded edge which is different from the rest, so we can still do it for this other part. As you can see, we create a rounded edge around the corners. It's no longer a sharp edge anymore. So the next command I would love to talk about is the chamfer command. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but the chamfer command is used to create a beveled edge or corner. As you can see in the diagram at the right hand of the screen, you can see the before chamfer and the after chamfer. So it's used to create a beveled edge or corner between two lines or objects. To use the chamfer command, you first need to select the objects or lines that you want to chamfer. You can then specify the length of the chamfer by entering a value. So we are going to stop there and we go to our. So for the chamfer command, we just come to the chamfer tool here. Then it's going to give us this option. So we can change this to, let's say, 15 and 15, enter. Then this one is, let's change it to 20, enter. Then come to our drawing. Then the dynamic bit, it says select first object, and these are first object. And as you can see, before clicking, it already showed us the way the object is going to look like a preview. So this is the way the object is going to be finally. Then we escape to end the command. So that's all about the chamfer tool. So another command I would still love to talk about is the offset tool. The offset tool is still my favorite. So the offset tool is used to create a parallel copy of a line, polyline, or other object. It is particularly useful when you need to create a new object that is a certain distance away from an existing object. So without any further explanation, we quickly go to our design space. So let's say we want to, let's delete this. Then we want like 5 of this line parallel to each other with a specific distance of let's just say 5. So what do? We go to our offset command. Then our dynamic input, it says specify offset distance, and let's choose 5. Then we enter. So it says select the object to offset. So this is the object we want to offset. So we select, we take to the direction we want. We could select it, take it to the left, take it to the right. So let's just take this one to the left. So you can select. As you can see, it's creating a copy of the first existing object with a particular or specific distance apart. So And that is the end of this video. So if you really enjoyed the time watching this video, I really want you guys to like, subscribe and comment. So thank you for watching, and God bless you.